is the Radio Realtors.
I sold the house.
This is a home. This is a place to live. This is a place to live.
Northern California's longest running show on real estate.
Real estate is not just buying and selling houses.
What are you, some kind of real estate agent? Real estate agent?
I love real estate. Ever since I laid eyes on that house, I wanted it.
The Radio Realtors.
I love every second.
Now, here's your host, Robert Lewis and Frank Crandall.
Let's go and sell some homes.
Testing 1 2 1 2 1 2. Welcome.
Testing 1 2 1 2. Hello.
Okay, welcome to the Radio Realtors. We are so happy to be here. We're broadcasting live from the Zero Res Carpet Cleaning Studios. And of course, we are the Radio Realtors, Northern California's #1 real estate radio show. And I got to tell you, Frank, Zero Res is the best. They are the best. I know that your family's using them, and gosh, you got relatives using them. I do too. In fact, my mom is going to be bringing them out here pretty soon. And you know what? Right now, you can get the turkey special. 3 rooms of carpet for $149. Plus, they do some complimentary defoaming treatment. And you know what? It was funny. I was talking to the owner, Sean, and he said you would be surprised how dirty wood floors get, even if you're swiffing them and cleaning them up.
Oh, yeah.
And so definitely call them. Get them out there to do your flooring. Their number is 916-246-2448, or you can go to their website, and that is ZeroResSacramento.com. My name is Robert Lewis, your real estate professor.
And I'm Frank Crandall, your consigliere of real estate.
And if you got a question for us, or you're ready to hire the Radio Realtors to help you sell your home or buy a home, you can reach us. So easy. It's 833-32-RADIO, 833-32-RADIO.
Or you can live chat with us 24/7 on our website at RadioRealtors.com. That's RadioRealtors.com.
And we have a really good show for you today. We're going to talk about several topics. What are they, Frank?
First one is real estate regret. 11 simple ways to avoid it.
Nobody likes regrets, Frank. And we're also going to have an interview with Matt Singer. He is from the Good Life Group, and they are a home inspection company, Frank.
Yeah. The third thing is the benefits of buying a quick move-in home.
Yeah. So once again, you can get a hold of the Radio Realtors on our hotline number. That number is super easy. It's 833-32-RADIO. That's 833-32-RADIO.
Or you can use our live chat option 24/7 at our website, RadioRealtors.com. That's RadioRealtors.com.
Well, buying a home is the single largest investment that most people will ever make. But if you're not familiar with the process and you don't take steps to protect yourself, you could end up with a house you wish you hadn't bought. And buyer's remorse can be a real thing in real estate, Frank.
Yeah, however, folks, Rob and Frank here at the Radio Realtors and eXp Realty don't want you to have any buyer's remorse.
Yeah, so on today's show, we're going to show you how to avoid buyer's remorse completely.
Okay, the first way to avoid it is, number 1, check out the commute.
Yeah, don't let the temptation of that perfect house lure you into ignoring the way its location will affect your commute. Whether you commute by car or on foot or by bicycle, make sure you make test runs to and from work during your regular commuting hours so you have a good idea of what you're going to be facing out there.
That's right, Rob. You should also scope out the parking situation.
Oh, yeah.
Will you have to park a block away and get stuck lugging heavy bags of groceries every time you shop?
Exactly, Frank. And once you factor in any transportation and parking hassles, that charming house may seem a lot less charming.
Okay, like Goldilocks, Rob, it may be just right. So make sure you consider how long it takes to get to your office or workplace.
That's right. Now, Frank, number 2 is don't oversize. Big houses are attractive because they offer sizable living spaces, and it's easy to kind of get taken by thinking about how you could put all that room to use.
However, Rob, large homes not only come with bigger price tags, but they also cost more to heat and cool, and because county assessors take square footage into account, they usually have higher property taxes.
Right, Frank, and the question is, do you really need that third garage stall or room for a home gym? And if the answer is no, you may want to look for a more, what we call, moderately sized house.
All right, the third thing is don't undersize.
Yeah, you know what? There's oversizing and there's undersizing, right? While you might not need that McMansion, and I always think it's funny because don't they say at McDonald's you want to supersize that? I think they used to anyway.
McMansion?
A McMansion. Yeah, you've heard of McMansions, right? That was kind of the early 2000s. They talked about mansions being a McMansion.
No,
right?
I've never heard that term.
Well, that's weird.
Yeah.
I think we've talked about it on our radio shows. So
I think anything that has the word McDonald's, I just turn away.
Right. Well, I got to tell you, every once in a while, a Big Mac is pretty tasty. I got to have one every once in a while. And their French fries are the best French fries.
No comment.
Okay. You might not need that McMansion, right? But you don't want to sell yourself short either. And if you plan on this house being your forever home, you need to be able to grow into it.
And sure, Rob, the kids can share a room right now, but what about in a few years?
Yeah, so here's a question to consider. Is there space for entertainment if you like having company over? And if you have any doubts about the size of the house without any of your stuff inside of it, chances are it's going to feel even more cramped once you move everything of yours in.
Okay, Rob, number 4 is think with your head, not your heart.
It sounds like a song, Frank, but before you start house hunting, you got to decide what factors in a new home are most important to you.
Absolutely, Rob. Do you want to live in a specific school district or near your place of employment? Maybe you need a house with at least 3 bedrooms, or you want a large garage so you can have a workshop.
Yeah, Frank. What you want to do is determine your needs, and don't let the sight of a super charming home derail you. It's easy to fall in love with a house, but if it doesn't meet your most important criteria, you need to move on. Now, speaking of moving on, we got to go to break. But don't go anywhere. We've got some more ways to avoid regret coming up. If you'd like to get a hold of the Radio Realtors, give us a call, 833-32-RADIO. That's 833-32-RADIO. Or you can live chat with us 24/7 at RadioRealtors.com. Back after this. Do you know what that sound is? That's your wake-up call. What do you need to wake up from? It's the nightmare of paying your landlord's mortgage. Think about this. If you're paying $2,500 a month for rent, you're paying $30,000 of your landlord's mortgage a year, and that should have you waking up in a cold sweat. Why not make a resolution today to buy your very own home? Jeff Compton with Guild Mortgage is ready to help you. The market has changed, and it's leaning towards being a buyer's market, and that means you could buy a home now, not overpay, or be in a bidding war, and maybe even get some of your closing costs paid for you. Jeff Compton with Guild Mortgage is a mortgage master, and he specializes in customizing a loan for your unique situation. Jeff even has down payment assistance loans and ideas to buy down your interest rate. Answer your wake-up call. Call Jeff Compton with Guild Mortgage at 916-765-2900 or apply online at jeffcompton.com, NMLS ID number 298997.
Thank you for calling Jeff Compton's office. It's a great day to buy a home. How can we help you?
Hi, this is Brandon Tatum, host of The Officer Tatum Show. As a former police officer, I know the importance of trusting the people that you work with. And that's why if you're planning on selling your home in Northern California, you want realtors who got your back. Call my friends Rob Lewis and Frank Crandall from the Radio Realtors and eXp Realty. Check this out. Kat and Carl had to sell their home in Roseville and move to Ohio for work. They needed their home sold quickly to buy their next home. And because Rob and Frank spend thousands of dollars on marketing each month, they have a pool of buyers that are ready to buy. Rob and Frank sold Kat and Carl's home in Roseville for $20,000 over list price. Plus, they referred them to an agent in Ohio through their nationwide network of realtors and helped them get a great deal on a home there too. Don't wait. Sell your home today for top dollar. Call Rob and Frank, the Radio Realtors with eXp Realty at 833-32-RADIO. That's 833-32-RADIO. Online at radiorealtors.com. DRE number 0140-6275.
Robert Lewis here from the Radio Realtors, and it's that time of year again. The weather's getting colder. We're getting some much-needed rain. Our kids and pets are going in and out, tracking in mud into the house, and that means your carpet, tile and grout, LVP, and wood floors can get dirty fast. In addition to that, I don't know about you, but our house is the hub for the holidays, and we love it. But with everybody coming over, we want to make sure our home looks amazing. And that's why we use and we recommend Zero Res Sacramento. I love Zero Res because unlike traditional cleaners that use soaps and harsh chemicals that can leave a sticky residue, Zero Res has a patented powerful cleaner that is non-toxic and completely safe for people and pets. And that's really important when our new grandbaby comes to visit, and all the other people too, right? Schedule service online at ZeroResSacramento.com. That's ZeroResSacramento.com. And in honor of Thanksgiving, tell them you want the Radio Realtors Turkey Special. Don't wait. Schedule now at ZeroResSacramento.com. That's ZeroResSacramento.com. Hey, can you pass the mashed potatoes?
This is the Radio Realtors.
I sold the house.
This is a home. This is a place to live. This is a place to live.
Northern California's longest running show on real estate.
Real estate is not just buying and selling houses.
What are you, some kind of real estate agent? Real estate agent?
I love real estate. Ever since I laid eyes on that house, I wanted it.
The Radio Realtors.
I love every second.
Now, here's your host, Robert Lewis and Frank Crandall.
Let's go and sell some homes.
All right, welcome back to the Radio Realtors. We are Northern California's #1 real estate radio show, proudly coming to you live from the Zero Res Carpet Cleaning Studios. And Frank, you got to ask for the turkey special. It is 3 rooms of carpet plus some defoaming treatment, and they've got extra special things for you at Zero Res. All you got to do is say, I want the Radio Realtor special, and they're going to give it to you, and you're going to be super happy. And if you call them now, or if you book online now, you have a great chance of getting things done before Christmas. And you know what? When you got so many people coming in and out and in and out when it's Christmas time, I mean, I know that I have extra pets at my house when my family comes over, because my daughter brings her dog over, my son brings his dog over, and we've got like 3 dogs running in and out of the house plus kids. It's nuts, and it gets dirty fast, right?
Yep.
So give them a call at 916-246-2448 or go to ZeroResSacramento.com and tell them that the Radio Realtors sent you. My name is Robert Lewis, your real estate professor.
And I'm Frank Crandall, your consigliere of real estate.
And Frank, we are talking about real estate regret and 11 simple ways to avoid it. So let's do a quick recap, shall we? Oh, hey, by the way, we have a question for you, and we're going to give away a Radio Realtors coffee mug. If you can tell us Mickey Mouse's full name. I didn't know he had a full name. I thought it was Mickey Mouse. I thought Mouse was his last name.
Yeah, Mickey, everybody that's listening to the show, you were all ready for real estate, and we threw this. Yeah, we just threw this at you. And I was today years old when I found out what Mickey's full name is.
Yeah, me as well. Yeah. So anyway, so if you know what Mickey's full name is, Mickey Mouse's full name, go ahead and text it to us at the Radio Realtors hotline, 833-32-RADIO. The first one that texts with the right answer, we're going to send you a Radio Realtors coffee mug, and we will respond on this at the beginning of our last segment today. So, so number one way to avoid buyer regret or real estate regret is check out that commute. You know, sometimes you think, man, I'd like to live out in the sticks and commute into work. And then you start doing it and you're going, oh my gosh, it takes me an hour to get to work. It takes me an hour to get back. And then sometimes there's traffic and it takes an hour and a half. And that is 3 hours on the road a day. And you know what? That could get old really, really fast.
Been there, done that, bought the t-shirt. Not fun.
Yeah, it's not a good thing. So that's the first thing. Now, number two is don't oversize. Sometimes you see this giant house and I remember touring a home with a client and we saw that they had added on to this home. And I'm pretty sure that they didn't do it with what we call permits, right? It was so much space and the buyer really, really liked it. But I started talking to him. I said, you know what? I go, this is just, I mean, it's like the Winchester Mystery Mansion. I mean, it's so big and it has so many rooms and everything like that. It's just, it doesn't flow very well. Yep. And he agreed and he didn't buy that McMansion. Now, the third thing is don't undersize. Sometimes you can go the total opposite direction and you're going, I really need a 3-bedroom, 2-bath, but you settle for a 2-bedroom, 1.5 bath. And you're like, this isn't working either, right? Yep. Especially if you have a big family because everybody wants to use the shower at the same time. So don't undersize. Number 4 is think with your head and not your heart. Before you start house hunting, you got to decide what factors in a new home are most important to you. So what's next, Frank?
Okay, number 5 is consider all costs.
Yep. You know, first-time home buyer buyers often just focus on the amount of their potential mortgage payment, and they completely forget to factor in the additional costs of home ownership.
That's right, Rob. Nothing will sour you on your new home more quickly than finding out that living in it costs a lot more than you thought it would.
Yeah, this is so true, Frank. So before you sign on the dotted line, you got to find out how much you're going to be paying in property taxes and utilities and figure out what a homeowner's insurance policy is going to cost you.
That's right. So you want to make sure you budget in extra money for maintenance, home repairs, and homeowners association dues, if appropriate.
Right. Now, Frank, number 6 is find out everything you can about the neighborhood.
Yeah, Rob, even if you believe you just found your dream home, you definitely want to research the neighborhood.
That's right. What school will your children be attending? How far is it to a grocery store or like a decent coffee shop, right? Like a Pete's. Are the other homes in the neighborhood in decent shape?
And Rob, you want to visit with local law enforcement and find out what the crime rate is in the neighborhood.
Yeah, you're probably going to be living there for a good long time, so you want to be sure that you like the neighborhood as much as you love the house.
Okay, number 7 is know your DIY limits.
Yep. Buying a home that needs a little TLC, it can be a sound investment, especially if you do the work yourself. So before you start making offers, you need to be aware that if you have to hire pros to get the work done, you may end up paying more for renovations than the house is worth.
Yeah, Rob, even if you have the DIY chops to tackle major remodeling projects, the local building authority may require that some of the parts of the project be done by licensed tradespeople like wiring, HVAC, and plumbing, for example.
Right, Frank, and I think your best bet is to get estimates from contractors before you close escrow, so you'll know what the work is going to cost you if you can't do it all by yourself.
Okay, number 8 is don't make major purchases after you start house hunting.
Yeah, this is a big deal. Most buyers get pre-approved by a mortgage company before they start looking at houses, which is the right way to do it. And their lenders are going to tell them exactly how much they can afford to spend on a house.
And yes, folks, Rob and I experience this all the time. People just don't get it. Whatever hurts your credit will hurt your chance of buying a home. The lender determines that amount by comparing the buyer's income and expenses. However, if you take on more debt, the amount you can afford to spend on the house will drop.
And Frank, if for instance you buy a new car before you close on a house contract, the additional monthly payment for that new car could disqualify you from a mortgage even after pre-approval, and you could lose the house you wanted.
And you should be taken out and back and beaten. No, I'm just kidding.
Just out to the woodshed?
Just out to the
woodshed.
Get a
spanking for making bad mistakes.
All right, number 9 is contract with a buyer's agent.
Yeah, the world of real estate can be confusing to first-time home buyers, Frank, so it pays to have somebody in your corner who's looking out for you. And for this reason, call the Radio Realtors. Rob and Frank here at eXp Realty. 833-32-RADIO is our number. That's 833-32-RADIO. We specialize in helping buyers who want to win in any market.
Yeah, and the Radio Realtors, our buyer's agents, work on commission, getting paid only when you close on a house.
Yep, Frank, and our job is to protect your interests throughout the real estate process, the entire thing, and we handle those crucial details like scheduling the appraisal and the inspections, and we'll work with your lender and the seller's agent to solve, any problems that arise.
Okay, number 10 is stick to your budget.
Yeah, Frank, this is a tough one. It can be tempting to go over your planned budget for that dream house, but you created that budget for a reason.
That's true, Rob, and as a homeowner, there'll be many unexpected costs in your future, and you don't want to spend all your savings to own a house that you are unable to afford to maintain.
Plus, Frank, you'll never be able to enjoy the house if it becomes the reason you have to miss out on trips and concerts and other fun events. Basically, what we're saying, and we say this a lot, is you want to own your home and not have your home own you.
Okay, Rob, I totally agree. Now, last but not least is number 11 is tune others out.
Yeah, and this is easier said than done, Frank, because when you're buying a house, friends, family, co-workers, and even complete strangers are going to want to share their advice and opinions.
And sure, some of it will be useful, Rob, but when it comes down to picking the right house, your own opinion is the one that matters the most.
Yeah, Frank, your mom and dad might have comments about the location. Your best friend might not like the cabinet colors, But at the end of the day, you're the one that's going to be living there, right?
So what we're saying is choose a house that meets all of your needs and wants, not theirs.
Right. And here's the wrap up, Frank. Buyer's remorse can happen in any situation, including home buying. And you might think you found exactly what you want, and something happens to change your mind.
And Rob, having second thoughts, especially about something with a long-term financial commitment, isn't unusual.
Right. I mean, you're ecstatic when you find your ideal home. Then it wears off, and you suddenly have small doubts about the huge investment that you just made.
And I think that in most cases, buyer's remorse is temporary and easy to overcome. The trick is preventing the buyer's remorse from ever taking root.
Right. So before you finalize your home buying deal, you want to investigate every single angle carefully. And Frank, surprisingly, sometimes the biggest type of buyer's remorse is what we call failure to buy. I don't know if you ever saw that movie, Failure to Launch.
Yep.
But it's very similar to that. Failure to buy is a remorse. So what might be your best thing to do is get educated about the home buying process. And we've got a way that you can do that. You can register today for our RWA Home Buyer Seminar.
That's right, Rob. Our next one is Tuesday, December 5th at 7 p.m., and it's on Zoom, so it will be easy to attend.
Yeah, and you could attend in your pajamas. That's one of the great things about Zoom.
No one will know.
Yeah.
No one will ever know.
Hopefully. So why not register today for our free seminar? It's December 5th at 7 p.m. That's a Tuesday, and it's on Zoom, so it's going to be super easy. You can register now at radiorealtors.com by clicking on the Home Buyer Seminar tab, or you can go to our website and click on the Trusted Advisors area, and you can click on the Empire Home Loans banner, and it will take you right to that as well. We got to go to break, Frank.
Hey, have you seen how many texts come in about Mickey Mouse?
No.
It is blowing up.
Okay, well, hopefully we got a good answer. But
okay, hey, folks, don't go anywhere because we'll be right back after this.
Did you know that right now is the best time to buy a home? And don't just take my word for it. Financial expert Dave Ramsey is saying it. Shark Tank's Barbara Corcoran is saying it. So why is now the best time to buy? Well, let me tell you. Of course you know interest rates are up. However, home prices have actually stabilized. And because a lot of people have decided to wait, there are fewer buyers right now. And that means no bidding wars. And some sellers are willing to negotiate. In fact, Priya Shivali with Empire Home Loans has down payment assistance loans and even interest rate buy-down programs that can drastically reduce your monthly payment. Don't wait until everyone else is back in the buying market and prices go up. Register for Empire Home Loans' next home buying seminar and be educated on why right now is the best time to buy a home. Empire's next webinar is Tuesday, December 5th at 7 p.m. Space is limited, so register today at PoriaLoans.com. That's P-O-O-R-I-A loans.com. NMLS number 2099042.
Brandon Tatum here, host of the Officer Tatum Show. Have you heard that teamwork makes the dream work? Well, I've been part of some really special teams. I play football, I worked in law enforcement, and even my team here on the radio. And if you're wanting to buy a home anywhere in Northern California, call the dream team, Rob Lewis and Frank Crandall, the Radio Realtors with eXp Realty. Check this out. Royce and Angela were first-time homebuyers wanting to buy a home in Lincoln. Rob and Frank met with them, discussed their wants and needs for a home, got them pre-approved with one of their preferred mortgage lenders, and had them out looking for homes the very same day. Rob and Frank found them the perfect home and negotiated a great price. And in just 21 days, Royce and Angela had the keys to their dream home. As a home buyer, they can help you win too, even in this shifty market. Call the dream team, Rob and Frank, the Radio Realtors with eXp Realty at 833-32-RADIO. That's 833-32-RADIO. Online at radiorealtors.com. That's radiorealtors.com. DRE number 01406275.
Robert Lewis here from the Radio Realtors, and it's that time of year again. The weather's getting colder. We're getting some much-needed rain. Our kids and pets are going in and out, tracking in mud into the house, and that means your carpet, tile and grout, LVP, and wood floors can get dirty fast. In addition to that, I don't know about you, but our house is the hub for the holidays, and we love it. But with everybody coming over, we want to make sure our home looks amazing. And that's why we use and we recommend Zero Res Sacramento. I love Zero Res because unlike traditional cleaners that use soaps and harsh chemicals that can leave a sticky residue, Zero Res has a patented powerful cleaner that is non-toxic and completely safe for people and pets. And that's really important when our new grandbaby comes to visit, and all the other people too, right? Schedule service online at ZeroResSacramento.com. That's ZeroResSacramento.com. And in honor of Thanksgiving, tell them you want the Radio Realtors Turkey Special. Don't wait. Schedule now at ZeroResSacramento.com. That's ZeroResSacramento.com. Hey, can you pass the mashed potatoes?
This is the Radio Realtors.
I sold the house.
This is a home. This is a place to live. This is a place to live.
Northern California's longest running show on real estate.
Real estate is not just buying and selling houses.
What are you, some kind of real estate agent? Real estate agent?
I love real estate. Ever since I laid eyes on that house, I wanted it.
The Radio Realtors.
I love every second.
Now, here's your host, Robert Lewis and Frank Crandall.
Let's go and sell some homes.
All right, welcome back to the Radio Realtors. We are Northern California's #1 real estate radio show. We're proudly coming to you live from the Zero Res Carpet Cleaning Studios. And I got to tell you, Frank, if you want to get your carpets cleaned before Christmas, well, you need to call Zero Res, or actually just go to their website. It's ZeroResSacramento.com. They've got the turkey special, and it's still really, really good. It's like 3 rooms of carpet. It's like $139 plus you get some bonuses. You just had this done.
You know how I know this?
You just had this done.
They were at my house today.
And how did they do?
I'll tell you, I was very, very impressed. Cody, he was the guy that did the work. He explained everything to me. They were there longer than I thought they would be, and I really recommend it. Boy, my wife hasn't even seen the tile yet. She is going to be so impressed. Oh gosh, the dirt that was lifted off there was amazing.
And I know you guys are super meticulous, so I know. Yeah. So, well, that's great. Well, so Frank knows. Okay. So go to ZeroResSacramento.com, ZeroResSacramento.com. By the way, my name is Robert Lewis, the real estate professor.
And I'm Frank Crandall, your consigliere of real estate.
And before we get too deep into this, we need to talk to you about who we're interviewing, because we have in the studio today, his name is Matt Springer.
Singer.
Oh, Singer. We have Matt Singer. Boy,
I like Springer better. Yeah, you can call me Springer.
I like Singer though. I mean, so are you a singer, Matt?
No, not terrible. Only in the shower.
Only in the shower. Well, Matt is from the Good Life Group, and they do home inspections, pest inspections, pool inspections, pretty much any kind of inspection that you need except for full body inspections, right?
That's right. Well, that's a different deal.
Yeah.
Whoa.
That's a different show. That's a different show.
We got you covered on the roof and the sewer.
And all those good things. Yeah. So,
one phone call.
But what we are going to talk to him about today is that a lot of you are thinking, man, I need to sell my home. Maybe the time is now as we're getting, closer and closer to the new year. So we're going to talk about reasons to get a pre-listing inspection. And apparently from talking earlier, this is like a specialty for you. Yeah.
I can't stress the value of pre-list inspecting. And often I hear people say, well, I don't want to start a deal off on a bad note. And that's one perspective. The other way is, why not strategize before you sit down and play some high stakes poker, which is selling your house?
Right.
And the way I would depict this scenario is, if I said, hey, an inspection fee is $150. Would you pay $150 to see 3 of the 5 cards that you're about to play high stakes poker against?
I know I would.
I would.
Yeah.
All day.
Right.
All day. Cause then you can strategize on how you want to list, whether or not you want to fix things up front. You can get all those, 3-headed monsters out early.
Sure.
So it doesn't hit you in the dour hour and you got 7 days left in an escrow period before you got to pull contingencies. It's the way to go.
Right. And so there was an article and it talked about some of the reasons. So number one, you can understand the condition of your home.
Yep.
And so I speak about that a little bit.
So people know their houses because they live in them, right? Whether it's been 30 years or 2 years, they think they know the house. They don't have an inspector's eye, right?
Yeah.
And we're trained to find certain things. So if you really want to be prepared, you should do a pre-list, because that then acts as a disclosure, right? And now you have Good Life, which was formerly North American, right? You have them standing next to you on what is being disclosed. And so if anything else comes up, right, you can go, hey, Good Life, can you help me out here? Right?
Right.
On top of that, we get a lot of Bay Area transplants. Right?
Mm-hmm.
Well, in the Bay Area, they do all this stuff pre-list every deal.
Right.
So they want to come up in one weekend. They don't want to make a trip back for inspections.
Right.
If you do a pre-list, your listing is a lot more appealing to that Bay Area money.
Well, and we talk about that all the time because here in our part of Northern California, it is traditionally not done that way.
Nope.
But the thing is that when you have a Bay Area client, they come up, a Bay Area buyer, they put in an offer, no contingencies. As soon as you give them any disclosure whatsoever, they have a 3 days right of rescission right there.
Yep.
And so we encourage a lot of our sellers to get this done. And number two, it gets you ahead of those repairs, right?
You can also pick what repairs, right? Like there's a common, I would say, misconception that just because you get a report, you have to fix this stuff. And that's not true, right? You get the report and then you strategize around the report. So if it's not a very big report as far as the estimate goes, a lot of people choose to fix it up front because then you have the termite company, right? Good Life. They would then have to warranty the property, right?
Right.
So now that you have this inspection, they've done the repairs, you now have this whole the institution of Good Life standing with you next to the house in case something happens, like they bring in another inspector and maybe they're, human error and they miss something. Well, guess what? You're not on the hook.
Sure.
Like we got your back.
Right.
So, that right there is super valuable. And,
absolutely.
And it's our reputation and we can't hide. We're a big company. So we're not going to dodge your phone calls like a contractor might, right? I'm not saying the contractors will, but they might, right?
Yeah.
So there's a lot of benefits to bringing in a company like Good Life to do this inspection. And then if you have a bigger report, like maybe you find a leaky shower, right? That you were telling me about.
Yeah.
And then there's a lot of little miscellaneous, weather related maintenance findings. Well, you can take care of that shower because that's one of those findings that might scare somebody. Or you can take care of termites that show up and then say, hey, the rest of this stuff is really minor.
Right.
So let's just take care of the big scary one. Mm-hmm. And then we'll just see what happens with the rest. And if they want to ask for it, we'll do it later.
Well, and also it helps you, these pre-listing inspections help you to maybe price your home accurately.
A ton.
Because if there are some repairs that need to be done and you really don't want to do that, you could say, hey, we're pricing it here because of these things, right?
Yep.
And then I kind of like it because it's better marketing. I mean, if you're a seller and you have that information at hand, those inspections, it's just better marketing of your property.
It'll make the escrow go a lot faster.
Yeah, absolutely.
It really will.
Well, and then so this is like one of the spiels I have with listing parties, right? Is you do this inspection, right? And instead of reacting, I'm there for you. So if you look at an escrow period, there's only one period of time where the seller actually can be proactive and control things.
Right.
And that's pre-list.
Right.
The rest of the time you're reacting to the buyers.
Right.
Right? What their loan is, what are their demands, right? What are their inspections, all that stuff. So if you do it ahead of time, it doesn't pay off right away because you probably going to get news that you don't like, right? Because we're inspecting to find things. And then 3 weeks later, it smoothed everything out because all that stuff you did, you brought in somebody you trusted, somebody right? To come and look at the house and evaluate it on your side that's going to, try and help you get this stuff corrected properly at a reasonable price.
What you were saying, Frank, is that it's probably less negotiation. It's going to make your escrow go quicker.
Big time. It's also going to make you as a listing agent probably a little bit more professional looking too.
Yeah, absolutely. And then I would also say that what it does, it will attract serious buyers.
Yes.
Especially like those Bay Area buyers because they're used to doing business this way.
They want to make the offer.
Yeah. And they want to, and a lot of people, I think maybe if the home's older, you're skeptical about the home's condition. Well, if you have a home inspection and the home inspection looks pretty good, the pest inspection, maybe that the seller is smart and they go, hey, I'm going to clear this. It's not, that much. It's maybe $800 or $1,200 and pest work that needs to be done, dry rot repair or whatever. Yep. Then you have that clear report. It gives peace of mind to that buyer. So what is the best way to get a hold of you guys? Now it looks like the website is goodlifegroup.com, but it's goodlifegrp.com.
Yes.
Is that right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
So if you put Good Life Group in, you might get something different, like a pop band from the 80s or something. But if you do, it's
with
Good
big
Life.
Hair.
Good Life. You have been there with big hair?
Big hair.
Right.
Like flock of seagulls.
Yeah. And he had that guy had the kind of the pizza hair.
I've lost too much to do that now.
Yeah. It's crazy. So goodlifegrp.com, goodlifegrp.com. This company has actually been around since like 1978.
Yes.
but the group, it's like a new name. So you were North American Home Services. Now it's Good Life Group. Yep. And you guys do all these different inspections. So it's kind of a rebranding, if you will, right?
It is. And that's, and that's one of the things that's come up when I've been talking to other agents that I have relationships with is they'll, hand out their recommended vendors, right? The list of recommended vendors, and then they'll go search North American and they'll be taken to the Good Life website.
Right.
And they think it's a scam.
Right.
And it's not. It's us.
What's going on?
It's us, right? There's no longer a North American web page. It takes you to Good Life.
Right.
And when you get that, it's us. It's still us.
I just want good service.
And that's what we hang our hat on.
That's all
I
we
just want a good service and a good life, right? Yeah.
So you got a good wife or a good?
Well, a good wife is a good wife. I'm glad I have one. Yeah. So they're committed to top-notch service. They're a great company, and we couldn't endorse them more. So if you're interested in any of these inspections, and if you're talking to us about listing your home, we're going to refer you to a company like Good Life. And I was kind of thinking when you said, hey, we're standing right next to you. Like if you're in a fight, it's good to have like somebody that, on your team, like you're not the only person,
That's
right?
It.
You have like a team behind you. Feel a little more confident, It's the same thing, sometimes these real estate transactions, they can feel like a fist fight, right? When you're done. So you need some good people standing next to you, and Good Life Inspections, Good Life Group is a good company. So if you want to check them out, you can go to their website. It's goodlifegrp.com. You can get all the information, and I'm sure eventually they'll also be on our website at radiorealtors.com. Hey, Matt, thanks for being on the show today.
I appreciate it, guys.
We totally appreciate it.
Yep.
Well, don't go anywhere, folks. We're going to come back. Once again, if you want to get a hold of Good Life, just go to goodlifegrp.com, and we'll be back right after this.
Do you know what that sound is? That's your wake-up call. What do you need to wake up from? It's the nightmare of paying your landlord's mortgage. Think about this. If you're paying $2,500 a month for rent, you're paying $30,000 of your landlord's mortgage a year, and that should have you waking up in a cold sweat. Why not make a resolution today to buy your very own home? Jeff Compton with Guild Mortgage is ready to help you. The market has changed, and it's leaning towards being a buyer's market, and that means you could buy a home now, not overpay, or be in a bidding war, and maybe even get some of your closing costs paid for you. Jeff Compton with Guild Mortgage is a mortgage master, and he specializes in customizing a loan for your unique situation. Jeff even has down payment assistance loans and ideas to buy down your interest rate. Answer your wake-up call. Call Jeff Compton with Guild Mortgage at 916-765-2900 or apply online at jeffcompton.com, NMLS ID number 298997.
Thank you for calling Jeff Compton's office. It's a great day to buy a home. How can we help you?
Attention homeowners, cyber thieves are now coming for you. There have been huge losses from title fraud. Over 83 million property owners are at risk. Many companies you hear of offer title monitoring. This does not protect your title from being stolen. It only notifies you that the crime has occurred. EquityProtect.com doesn't just monitor. We will actually protect your title and equity with our patented technology. For only pennies a day, you can have confidence that your title and property cannot be stolen. Don't just monitor your home's title, protect it. Only EquityProtect.com will lock down your property's title and equity. With EquityProtect.com, cyber thieves cannot access or steal your property's title. Go to tryequityprotect.com to sign up or schedule a free consultation to see if your home is at risk. When you go there, use promo code Radio50 to save $50 on the initial sign up. There's a 60-day money-back guarantee. Go to tryequityprotect.com. That's tryequityprotect.com and protect your financial future.
If you feel like you've been priced out of the greater Sacramento housing market, I have some great news for you. There's a new home community that's a reasonable drive from Lincoln, Roseville, North Natomas, and downtown Sacramento. It offers brand new 3-bedroom and 4-bedroom solar-owned homes that start in the high $300,000 range. They have granite countertops, LVP flooring, spacious lots, and they're close to nice amenities such as shopping, restaurants, and parks. Find out more. Call the Radio Realtors with EXP eXp Realty right now at 833-32-RADIO. We can get you exclusive access, a private tour, and special buyer incentives. We can also help you reserve your new home with just a small deposit. And get this, FHA, VA, first-time buyers, and even investors are welcome. Call us now at 833-32-RADIO. That's 833-32-RADIO, 833-32-RADIO. DRE number 0140-6275.
This is the Radio Realtors.
I sold the house.
This is a home. This is a place to live. This is a place to live.
Northern California's longest running show on real estate.
Real estate is not just buying and selling houses.
What are you, some kind of real estate agent? Real estate agent?
I love real estate. Ever since I laid eyes on that house, I wanted it.
The Radio Realtors. I love every second.
Now, here's your host, Robert Lewis and Frank Crandall.
Let's go and sell some homes.
All right, welcome back to the Radio Realtors. We are Northern California's #1 real estate radio show, proudly coming to you live from the Zero Res Carpet Cleaning Studios. And if you want your carpets clean, LVP, wood floors, tile flooring, even your upholstery, all kinds of surfaces, that's what they take care of. They're going to clean those without harmful chemicals. They're going to be safe and non-toxic for your family and your pets and pretty much everybody that's laying on the floor, right? So especially Uncle John, who gets a little tipsy at Thanksgiving dinner, right? So anyway, oh man, I don't even know where I'm going with that. But anyway, welcome back to the show. If you want to get a hold of Zero Res, you should, because they're amazing. And you can get a hold of them at ZeroResSacramento.com or give them a call, 916-246-2448. Please tell them that the Radio Realtor sent you. We would appreciate it.
Hey, what'd you think of that segment with Matt Singer?
I thought it was a great segment with Matt. Lots of good information. Good guy, very informative, and
full of energy.
Well educated on the subject we were talking about, right?
He's been texting me on Saturdays and Sundays and just going way above the normal person that we communicate with, pest and construction and all kinds of stuff. So thank you, Matt. Thank you, Good Life. It's Good Life Incorporated, right?
Group. It's a Good Life Group.
Good Life Group.
The Good Life Group. Yeah. So, and their website is goodlifegrp.com.
Yeah.
So
good stuff.
Yeah, absolutely. And by the way, we asked in the first segment, we basically said that if you know Mickey Mouse's full name, to text it in, and we were going to pick a winner. Well, it looks like we got about 12 people.
Yeah.
But the first one that had the right answer was Pam in Olivehurst. So let's hear it for Pam.
Apparently a big Disney fan.
Apparently so.
Yeah.
And I guess she's got grandkids and kids, and she watched all those Frozen and all those things.
So, Rob, what is Mickey Mouse's formal name?
Well, his full name is Michael Theodore Mouse.
Wow.
Yeah, so it goes by Mickey. I wonder why they didn't just go with Mick, like Mick Jagger, because Mick Jagger's name is Michael as well.
Yeah.
So it could be Mick Mouse.
Or Mick from Rocky.
Yeah, yeah.
You know?
Cut me, Mick.
Cut me, Mick. Yeah.
So anyway, Pam in Olivehurst, you are the winner. Congratulations, Pam, and we'll be sending you
Pam.
out
Thank you for listening.
Radio Realtors coffee mug. And you know what? I'm drinking out of a Radio Realtors coffee mug right now, and I got to tell you, it's delicious. Everything tastes better. I drink wine out of this. I drink beer. I drink water. Everything tastes better in a Radio Realtors coffee mug.
Yeah, I am wearing the sweatshirt today.
Yeah, well, you look great in it. Very svelte. Very svelte. Well, so we're going to wrap up the show. When you're buying a brand new home, there are a few different paths that you can get through the door. If you decide to purchase a to-be-built home, that allows you to build from the ground up, and that's a great thing. And you're going to be able to select the floor plan that fits you perfectly, along with fixtures and finishes that suit your style preferences. And this could be a perfect plan for those who aren't in a hurry to move, as this process typically takes anywhere from like 9 to 12 months plus from start to finish.
Yep. However, Rob, if you want or need to make a faster move, a quick move-in home could be an ideal option. And I want to add, the home I'm living in right now, it was a quick move-in. I bought it in December when it was almost completed, but they were trying to close it out by the end of the year, and I got a $20,000 discount because I made an offer. I'm telling you, there's advantages to that.
Yeah, and so if you're not familiar with what a quick move-in home is, a quick move-in home is a newly constructed home that is either complete or it is already in the process of being built, or maybe just real close. They want to close it out, right?
Yeah. And home builders will typically build a few homes within a new community before the homes actually go on sale.
Right. And these can be the model homes, which are meant to give potential home buyers an idea of what their home could look like, or they could just be new homes that get started without a specific buyer in mind.
And these homes go by a variety of different names in the building industry, such as quick delivery homes, inventory homes, move-in ready homes, or spec homes.
However, Frank, the most common name for them is the quick move-in homes, or what we call QMI homes. And depending on how far along it is in the construction process, these brand new homes, beautiful QMI homes, they could be available in as little as 60 to 90 days, which is a major plus for those who are kind of feeling ready to make their move on a high-quality home today.
So, Rob, what are the benefits of a quick move-in home?
Well, Frank, there are a number of factors that could make this a wise way to go.
Well, let's quickly uncover the benefits of QMI homes, and if we have time, we can talk about a few.
Sounds good, Frank.
All right, benefit number one of QMI homes is shorter waiting periods.
Yeah, Frank, as we mentioned earlier, purchasing a quick move-in home can take as little as 60 to 90 days for a move-in.
That's right, and it's a no-brainer when you compare this to a traditional 12-plus months associated with buying a brand new home being built.
And Frank, even though quick move-in homes offer a shorter waiting period, depending on how far along the home is in the construction process, new home buyers might still be able to choose some home options and finishes before the home is officially completed.
Yeah, it just all depends on the builder.
Right.
Okay, benefit number two of QMI homes is peace of mind.
Yep, Frank, if you're ready to start your new chapter in your new community sooner than later, a quick move-in can offer certainty that you're seeking.
And Rob, with so much demand for homes right now, finding the ideal one can be challenging and time-consuming.
Right, and those who are also relocating to a different city or state, they too can benefit from the peace of mind that a quick move-in home can offer, instead of having to plan out your new home purchase months and months in advance.
All right, benefit number three of QMI homes is lender incentives.
Yeah, this is a big one, because when you're able to choose sooner on your home, you may be able to lock in a lower mortgage rate or get an interest rate buy down.
In addition to a lower interest rate, you may be able to get other builder incentives, especially right now.
Yeah, Frank, and you could give yourself the gift of a brand new home for Christmas. I mean, it is definitely possible.
Oh, yeah, it sure is.
Now, benefit number 4 of QMI homes is simple standard features.
Yeah, Rob, while a quick move-in home may offer less personalization, it may also offer simple, streamlined home design process.
Right, Frank, and quick move-in homes often feature popular on-trend styles with selections made by a professional design team, and that means you can sit back, you can relax, you can feel confident that your new home will be stunning and stylish.
Okay, benefit number 5 of QMI homes is potential for less construction noise.
Yeah, Frank, when a new home community has quick move-in homes for sale, it could mean that the community is likely to be closing out soon.
And this means that the majority of homes are already built, which means less construction noise to deal with around your neighborhood.
And that is a really big plus. So we've got QMI homes, and we have access to these in so many different areas: Auburn, Citrus Heights, El Dorado Hills, Elk Grove, Fair Oaks, Granite Bay, Grass Valley, Linda, Lincoln, Loomis, Plumas Lake, Rancho Cordova, Roseville, Sacramento, West Sacramento, Winters, and Woodland, just to name a few, right? It's amazing. And one of the ones we wanted to highlight real quick, there are some move-in ready homes, and they're the QMI homes, and they are in an area called Abbey's Gate at Northridge. And Northridge Country Club is a great country club. If you like golf, that is one of the nicest and most coveted golf clubs.
That is an amazing golf course.
Ever. Yeah, it's beautiful there. In fact, my neighbor is a member of there, and just even going there for dinner is fun. But these are great. I mean, as low as $625,000 for a brand new home in beautiful Citrus Heights right by Northridge Country Club.
Gated community.
It's Abbey's Gate at Northridge.
Yeah.
Designer upgrades, stunning quartz countertops, an intricate backsplash, luxurious vinyl flooring, and more. And if this is something that you might want to see, we might be able to get you in for a look at these and do a QMI move.
Have you seen the incentives in Granite Bay?
Yeah, so the incentives in Granite Bay are amazing. So check this out. I mean, they have a special, like a 3-1 buy down is basically what that is. Your first year is 3.99%.
Hello.
Second year, 4.99%.
Talk to me.
And your third year, 5.99%.
Come on.
And that is crazy. So there's a lot of opportunities, especially at the end of the year. And even if you're not looking for a QMI home and you want to buy a previously built home, well, there is a lot of opportunity here. And as you heard last week, we had Farnoosh Vahedi on from Empire Home Loans, and they're doing these 2-1 buy downs. There's a lot of negotiation that goes on in November and December.
Don't pay any attention to the media, folks.
Yeah.
Rob and I are doing real estate every day.
Yeah, absolutely. So we want to connect with you and we want to talk with you, and we want you to sign up for our seminar. It's coming up on December 5th. That's Tuesday, December 5th. And you can register for free. It's going to be on Zoom. And you can register at theradiorealtors.com. That's theradiorealtors.com. Or you can go to the Empire Home Loans site. It's PORIA Loans.com. Loans.com. And unfortunately, Frank, that is all the time we have for this show.
Goes so quickly, doesn't it?
It sure does.
Make it a great week, everybody.
Did you know that right now is the best time to buy a home? And don't just take my word for it. Financial expert Dave Ramsey is saying it. Shark Tank's Barbara Corcoran is saying it. So why is now the best time to buy? Well, let me tell you. Of course you know interest rates are up. However, home prices have actually stabilized. And because a lot of people have decided to wait, there are fewer buyers right now. And that means no bidding wars. And some sellers are willing to negotiate. In fact, Paria Shavali with Empire Home Loans has down payment assistance loans and even interest rate buy-down programs that can drastically reduce your monthly payment. Don't wait until everyone else is back in the buying market and prices go up. Register for Empire Home Loans' next home buying seminar and be educated on why right now is the best time to buy a home. Empire's next webinar is Tuesday, December 5th at 7 p.m. Space is limited, so register today at PORIALoans.com. That's POORIA Loans.com. NMLS number 2099042.
Hi, this is Brandon Tatum, host of The Officer Tatum Show. As a former police officer, I know the importance of trusting the people that you work with. And that's why if you're planning on selling your home in Northern California, you want realtors who got your back. Call my friends Rob Lewis and Frank Crandall from the Radio Realtors and eXp Realty. Check this out. Kat and Carl had to sell their home in Roseville and move to Ohio for work. They needed their home sold quickly to buy their next home. And because Rob and Frank spend thousands of dollars on marketing each month, they have a pool of buyers that are ready to buy. Rob and Frank sold Kat and Carl's home in Roseville for $20,000 over list price. Plus, they referred them to an agent in Ohio through their nationwide network of realtors and helped them get a great deal on a home there too. Don't wait. Sell your home today for top dollar. Call Rob and Frank, the Radio Realtors with eXp Realty at 833-32-RADIO. That's 833-32-RADIO. Online at radiorealtors.com. DRE number 0140-6275.
Rob here reminding you that you can hear all of our shows on the Radio Realtors podcast through Apple, Spotify, iHeartRadio, Amazon, Pandora, and more. Please give the Radio Realtors podcast a 5-star review and share the link with your friends. Access it now at radiorealtors.com.